In our quest of achieving autonomy, strength, and prosperity, we have made the trip with firm steps, unhindered, unshaken, focused, and aiming for an ever brighter tomorrow. Always maintaining a close bond with our heritage, we followed closely today's ever-changing world and were partisan of that revolution. Still, we want more. We aim higher. We envision beyond. The future is imminent, and our dream is coming together. Prosperity requires preparation. On approaching Education City, one cannot miss the distinctive undulating roof silhouetted against the Doha skyline, interrupted only by the cranes that are helping build this futuristic facility that will house the Qatar Science and Technology Park. The initial vision was based upon information being put together with various international consultants that the science park was to be modeled on something similar to the Oxford or Cambridge Science Park in the United Kingdom. Woods Bagot set out for the challenge. With over 1,000 staff across 4 regions, Australia, Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, and operating across 3 sectors, education, lifestyle, and workplace, Woods Bagot operates as one global studio. Enabled by global technology solutions and a commitment to working without boundaries, Woods Bagot invite their clients to benefit from their international expertise, supported by a local studio that understands the regional cultural context. The iconic Science Park has a key role in generating opportunities for Qatar's scientists and entrepreneurs by creating an international hub for technology-based business and spurring the country's knowledge economy. It provides the opportunity for international, industry-led companies to have a home here. This is a space of interaction and exchange. The iconic Science Park has a key role in generating opportunities for Qatar's scientists and entrepreneurs by creating an international hub for technology-based business and spurring the country's knowledge economy. It provides the opportunity for international, industry-led companies to have a home here. This is a space of interaction and exchange. Divided into 11 distinct zones, Education City involves a total built-up area of 2.1 million square meters and represents a considerable investment in the development of the education infrastructure in Qatar. At completion, Education City will become a city in the truest sense of the word, fully dedicated to serving and developing a research and education community. Qatar Foundation's far-reaching vision for Education City is in keeping with the pace and scope of the changes taking place all over Qatar. From its new airport and office towers to its democratic reforms and emerging place on the world stage, Qatar is in the midst of an exciting transformation that will ensure the country's continued prosperity and an even brighter future. Qatar Foundation's far-reaching vision for Education City is in keeping with the pace and scope of the changes taking place all over Qatar. Qatar is in the midst of an exciting transformation that will ensure the country's continued prosperity and an even brighter future. This is a space of interaction and exchange. It provides the opportunity for international, industry-led companies to have a home here. The iconic Science Park has a key role in generating opportunities for Qatar's scientists and entrepreneurs by creating an international hub for technology-based business and spurring the country's knowledge economy. This is a space of interaction and exchange. The Science Park provides the opportunity for international, industry-led companies to have a home here. The iconic Science Park has a key role in generating opportunities for Qatar's scientists and entrepreneurs by creating an international hub for technology-based business and spurring the country's knowledge economy. Walking and talking, in a car or on the train, always in contact, never out of reach. Cell phones have dramatically changed the way we live and work. No one knows exactly how many of these small devices there are in the world, but estimates place the number close to 1 billion. That's almost one cell phone for every 6 people on the planet.
طارق سامعني؟
واضح سامعك حول.
Cell phones are really more like two-way radios than like telephones.
أنا وصلت على السطح.
But while walkie-talkie radios use the same radio frequency or channel to send and receive, cell phones use two separate channels, one for sending and one for receiving, so that a user can listen and speak at the same time. When you speak into a cell phone, a tiny microphone in the handset converts the sounds of your voice into a corresponding pattern of electrical signals. A microchip inside the phone turns these signals into digital strings of numbers. The numbers are packed up into a radio wave and beamed out from the phone's antenna. The radio wave races through the air at the speed of light until it reaches the nearest cell phone mast. The first mobile phones were very heavy because they needed big batteries for a powerful transmitter. Since there was only one central antenna tower per city, and approximately only 24 channels available on that tower. The genius of the cellular system is the division of an area or city into small cells. This has two big advantages. First, cells outside the area of reach of a cell phone can use the same frequencies for other connections. The second advantage is that it allows cell phones to have small transmitters that need little power and therefore small batteries. The first generation of cell phone systems was analog, but with the second generation of cell phone systems, called 2G, the system became digital. That's why most cell phones can now send and receive text or SMS messages, as well as web pages, music files, digital pictures, and movies, with some being more like a computer than a phone. And that's a revolutionary invention shining bright in the stars of science galaxy. I believe in God. I believe in life. And I believe in my country. I believe in love. I believe in the future. And I believe in humanity. I believe marching for those goals is worth it. To march steadily and tenaciously towards a better life for my family and my children. To march with knowledge as my weapon, love as my motive, my country as my inspiration. A march starts with one step and a goal, but this kind of march is like no other. You never realize when it started, but you know you will never end it. It may start with your first classroom question. It may start with a university paper, a thesis, your first job. But when you find love, when you have a family, you know for sure your march is on the way. And you know your march will inspire, achieve, and fulfill. And every march has a turning point. It could be an event, a realization, a moment of inspiration. It could be the moment you meet a friend, a colleague, a partner, someone who shares your values and your goals, someone who shares your love for life and country, someone who is also marching and wants to march side by side. Someone who has a vision that translates all of your beliefs into action. When you march with this Rafiq, the march starts to make more sense. And when the march makes more sense, the beliefs begin to transpire into realities. You realize how your knowledge can elevate your country, how this knowledge becomes policies and laws that take your country forward, how you can make prosperity a certainty. You see it before your own eyes. The march yields results. You also realize how this march can create hope for the future from the minds of the future. With new blood, fresh ideas, and youthful enthusiasm, you see it before your own eyes. The official and the merchant, the teacher and the activist, the student and benefactor, all come together for the march, side by side with the visionary. Realizing the potential and prospects, they know their march is worth the sacrifices. After all, its goal is love, life, and the future. When the march is strengthened by integrity, when the march creates its own momentum, when the march seems unstoppable, when hope becomes destiny, only then will darkness attempt its final move. Darkness attempts to prevail once more, but to no avail. Because I know the march will go on, and I believe Lebanon will keep on marching.